Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim, God Kodash. It belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Mills on True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. I came to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the pre-Shaman, this week's topic is entitled, Are You Gonna Take It? I was working out at the gym. And they were talking about it's now mandatory for military personnel to download the Windows 19 on their computer. And this is serious stuff, man. This is serious stuff. Trying to fortify your mind to be ready for a state of discomfort, because it's not going to be comfortable, when you can't do your day-to-day task. Now, apostles, the elders, the brothers go into this. The Windows 19 software program that they're making everybody download, is it the mark of the beast? No, but it's acting as the mark of the beast. And in practice, if you submit and say, fuck it, I'm just gonna download this thing, then you more than likely, I'm gonna say 100% of the chances, you're gonna go along with the seed with the chip, right? Man, what is scoffers at now talking about is a potato chip and all this when these things are going down? And this devil is showing his horns, man. He's moving with great wrath. He's not, this thing is speeding up, and really, this is Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai behind us. If we're praying for deliverance, we're praying to get the fuck out of here, all right? Well, that will come trial and tribulations, right? Because the kingdom of heaven is not going to be an easy walk. We're going to have to earn our stripes, if you will. All right. So as the title says, are you going to get it, man? Are you going to download this thing on your computer? You have to fortify your mind to think like, look, man, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Lord willing, put the spirit on me to never submit to something like that. Now, Apostle Elder Gabar did the lesson on division, right? And I was talking to one of the priests in the camp, and both of our parents, they downloaded that thing, man. And thankfully, Isaiah 33, 6, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability at times. So, if I quoted it wrong, if I quoted the wrong scripture, but it's the book of Isaiah. Our minds are already stable, all right? We understand, like, look, we love our parents, all right? We did pray for our parents, but if they're not of the elect, they're not of the elect, you know what I'm saying? We just have to bring them back in the kingdom. And if it wasn't for this truth and being grounded in this truth, we would have been wrapped up in our feelings and emotions, right? Like how we were when we first got in. When we first got in, we wanted to teach everybody. We were upset when people didn't get it and all that. But now, through the Spirit, we understand that, look, Romans 11:7 says, only the election has obtained it. And we can't make anybody of the elect. You can't force somebody to see things your way, And most people are not living a life according to the scriptures. They're living a life according to this world. So when the God of this world, all right, Mammon, the so-called white man who controls all the fiat currency, right, is dictating that you can go about your day-to-day lives without this mandatory thing, all right, they're going to submit. They're going to fold. They're going to fold. Now, they still have jobs out there that are app-based jobs that at the moment are not requiring it, but soon everybody's going to be mandated to download that thing on their computer, man. And it's already being associated with buying and selling. So the stage is being set, man. It's not a thing of, oh, man, this could possibly be the end, or we don't know if this thing is no, the prophecies are speaking and they're not lying. All right? And they're getting away. They're doing away with the last line of defense. What's the last line of defense? The middle class. All right, the upper middle class, because the scriptures tell you that money is a defense, and if you have money, you have some sort of autonomy in this kingdom. If you own your own private practices and you own your own businesses and stuff like that, when certain mandates are issued, you could say, no, you know what? I have my bread. I don't have to necessarily go. Like, you have influence in the world. You could hire particular workers. You could take cash. You have the ability to take cash. In other words, you could go around different government mandates. But when everything is controlled by the government, that's how come they issued all these social programs and stuff like that. Social programs just mean have the government involved and depend on the government. And the so-called white man, being the devil that he is, he operates in gradualism. So all these different social programs, whether it be social healthcare, which people think that's a good thing. Oh man, free healthcare. Nah, man, that's complete bullshit. When they saying free healthcare, they talking about government involved in the healthcare and get rid of the private owner. And you know what happens when you do that? This is how come heart surgery is so expensive, or these types of things are so expensive, because when you have the government involved, that eliminates competition. You know, they like to say China is socialist, but America is socialist. You know, social healthcare, social education. You know, if it was truly a private, free market, things would be run better in this society. Because if there was competition, if the different doctors were competing to be the best heart surgeon, prices would naturally go down. Because they're trying to outdo each other, they're trying to do the best practice, they're trying to bring the customers in, and that benefits the customer. Free capitalism, right? That's what America's supposed to be based upon, but that's not what they're doing. They're not doing that in the education system. All right? If these colleges, all right, weren't, if this government was not involved in the colleges in the form of these loans, these federal loans, which you can't get rid of it because it's a federal loan, right? Colleges will be cheaper, man. Because people will be picking. If you let the free markets aside, these people will be fighting for you, not the other way around. Okay? So, who owns these private practices? The middle class. And we see that being eliminated more and more and more. To the point where they're just saying, look, we're just going to shut their ass down. Deem them not essential. Because they're your last line of defense, man. See, when you get rid of them now, it's a lot easier to move things along. And the main program is the RFID microchip. All right? If we say, look, no more cashes anywhere, we're going to have every single particular business on lock, then you can't go nowhere else. And this plan was been set up for years in the making, man. Multiple hundreds of years in the making, man. Why? Because this devil, you know, the Illuminati and all that type of stuff, as they call themselves, which scriptures tell you that the fear of the Lord passes all things for illumination. So we're the true illuminated ones, all right? We're the true light bearers, the ones that have the truth, the fear of the Most High, not these clowns. But they understand reincarnation. They knew that they was going to come back and implemented this plan. And the Most High is the one that's piloting these particular people, man. So-called white man, which is the devil. All right. Notice I said so-called white because he's commonly called white, but truly he's red. And yes, according to prophecy, that's his physical traits, man. He's not. You have Edomites that might look like other nations, but primarily speaking, all right, Esau, Edom, according to the Bible, is a so-called white man. All right. And there's different scriptures on that. So if you, in closing, because this was a quick transit, it was impromptu a little bit too. In closing, if you submit and download this thing on your computer, all right, then without a doubt, not a possibly, not a maybe, without a doubt, you will not have the ability to suffer the temptation of the RFID microchip, man. Because this right here, what they're doing right now, talking about deducting people's pay. Because at one time they was trying to beg you to take it. Hey, we'll give you money if you download this thing. We'll give you weed if you download this thing. Now they're saying, look, man, we're just going to take your pay away. We're going to shut down your business. You better take this thing. Coming down with great wrath, coming down with force, man. It's the time we're in. And if you fold, you're going to fold during the hour of temptation, man, because this is the form of the temptation. This is a part of the temptation. With that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, the blessings to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Citations to the hopeful elect out there, man. You Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in their most truth and sincerity. Shalom.